Before we start this program today that we put together for you, I want to remind you to please wash your hands well, because your hands are going to be mixing the food. It's not going to be in a piece of machinery that blends it and does it all. It's going to be your hands that does it. So please make sure that you've really washed your hands well. I know a lot of you are busy, but today in the supermarket you can buy this frozen pastry crusts, and that works just as well. And Lisa's going to do a couple of demonstrations and show you. So we've got a couple just to show you that how we do it, and it ends up just as well, besides our own homemade pastry that we make. So keep that in mind, all right? And don't forget that you need the Paxo stuffing. So let's get cracking, let's get started, and let's enjoy.
Okay guys, so it's 2019 and we are here making sausage rolls, and so Nana's going to give us the play-by-play on exactly how to do it. So we kind of go over the products that you need to start with. So we're just using generic pie crusts. Make sure that you get the sage and onion sausage. We've got Jimmy Dean's brand here. And then the star of the show is Paxo. It comes in a number of different boxes and sizes, but you want the sage and onion Paxo. So before we get started, what's going on, Nana?
I'm just going to empty the Paxo into a dish, because I need to let that have some hot water on it and let it swell, but into like a thick pudding.
Okay.
So it's not runny.
Okay, so you're not putting the Paxo in the sausage.
No, I've got to do this first.
Okay.
So that it swells up. Then I can put it into the sausage mix and use my hands and mix it all in.
Okay, so how much water are you going to put in there?
I just do it by touch.
Okay.
It's hot water.
Hot water, okay.
Yeah. And then I sort of swill it a little bit.
All right.
And that's not enough because already it's thickening, so I just need a little bit more.
All right.
And mix it up.
Okay. So it should be just kind of gooey?
Yeah. Yeah, I can still feel the breadcrumbs in there.
So you need just a little bit more?
I need a little bit more.
So it shouldn't be sitting in water, but it should be moist?
Moist.
Okay.
Sorry, this is the way I was taught to cook.
Hey, that's how we cook. Thank you. No, I love it. No measuring cups here.
Measuring cups, and we use our hands and fingers. And
So when's the first time you remember eating sausage rolls?
forever.
How old were you? Come on, first memory of sausage rolls.
I must have been about 2 or 3. I was giving them to keep me quiet.
That's
Because I
funny.
used to keep asking, when's Father Christmas coming? When's Father Christmas coming? Here, have a sausage roll, keep quiet. He's not here yet.
Okay, so that looks good.
See, so look.
So it kind of clumps together?
Look.
Yeah.
See?
Okay.
All right, so.
All right.
And it's not sticking to my hands. So then you know it's done on it.
All right.
And that will mix in nicely with the sausage rolls, with the meat. I'm just now going to put this in. I've got 3 pounds of sausage meat and 1 pack of Paxo, and I'm just going to put it all in and then mix it up by hand.
So that was the large pack of Paxo that you used. If you
Yes.
were using the smaller ones, you'd use 2 packs?
Yeah.
Okay.
then
And
I
that's when
just
you just dig in and
dig
get
in
dirty?
and use your hands
Nice.
to mix it all up. And you'll see that the stuff in it is just damp enough to grab to the meat.
Okay. Got it.
I just want to show you too, you can see me mixing here, but if you look at my hands, they're clean sort of thing. So then you know that the mixture is right and it's ready for the pastry.
Nice.
I do a little bit of garlic salt or powder, just to give the onion in it a little bit of a boost. Again, I don't measure, I just use my judgment with a little sprinkle both sides and then mix that in.
All right, guys, Nana has trusted me to do this part, so I'm gonna do my best to do it right. So the first thing you're gonna do when you take the pastry out of the bag or the box that's in these little rolls. So the first thing we need to do is unroll it. And I'm gonna put a little bit of flour on the counter just so I've got some, the pastry won't stick. It takes a little bit of patience because the pastry's soft and we're trying to unroll it and do things with it that it doesn't want to do. And so basically when you unroll the pastry, you have a round pie crust because these are designed for pies. Well, we don't want round, we want oblong. So we're going to take the roller and we're going to start applying a little bit of pressure and get it in the general shape that we want. I'm going to cut off these pieces that are not going to work because we're trying to do a rectangle. So you see I got just a nice plain strip of pastry here. Doesn't have to be perfectly square, any of that. If you've got a little bit of a hole, you can patch it up with some other pastry. And now we're going to put the filling in. So you want there to be enough sausage to where it's got a nice sausage bite to it, but it doesn't need to be a meal. So this is what I'm doing based on what Nana showed me. So I don't know what you'd say, maybe like an inch, 3/4 of an inch of sausage kind of spread out there. Kind of give you an idea. I'm going to take a little bit of the milk bath so that when I fold it, it will stick. I'm going to fold it and go all the way over so that you've got pastry on the ends. And that's it. That's my first roll. So I'm going to cut that. Oh, there's the dogs. And I'm going to set that aside and I'm just going to repeat. And I'm going to continue to repeat until I've got, 6 or 8 of the rolls ready and I can fill a pie tray and put them in the oven. So let me just bust through here real quick. Rolling them. Kind of push them down a little bit, cut them. And I'm going to do one more and then we'll move on to something else. Am I doing this right, Mom?
Great.
You got any tips along the way that people need to know?
No, you're doing a great job.
Oh, jeez.
I taught you well.
Oh, Lord.
What can I say? What can I say?
Yeah, you can say I'm not using real pastry. All right, so now we've got 3 nice rolls, but these don't look like what you're used to seeing yet, so we've got a couple steps more to go. All right, so we've got our 3 rolls. I'm going to take a fork and just put a little indentation on there just to give the top a little bit of a design. Nothing special, nothing crazy, but just a little imprint so that they look finished. I'm going to cut off the ends here where I've got a little bit of the pastry with no meat. Same thing on this side, kind of just trim it off a little bit. And I'm going to do about 3/4 of an inch to an inch cuts. So, oh guys, before I do that, I go one more time with the milk on the top, and all this does is just give the pastry like a little bit more golden brown finish. So if you don't do it, it's not a deal breaker, but it does make the pastry look a little bit prettier. So I'm going to cut these in 3/4 to an inch bites. And of course you can do them any size you want. I mean, you could do a whole, this one's a weird size, so I'm just going to do 2 on that one. You could do 4 inches if you wanted and have sausage roll fingers. And these are ready to get put on the pan and put in the oven. So we'll catch up with you in just a minute.
So what we're doing now, all those that have been cut up, we're putting on a tray with enough space so that the heating can go all the way around them, and then they go into the oven for 30 minutes or till they're nice golden brown, and then on 375.
Let's check and see how they're doing. Oops, steaming up the camera. Oh yeah, they're doing great. Need about good 10 more minutes, I'd say. So we'll put them back in and check back in about 10 minutes. Okay, guys, we're rocking and rolling over here, knocking out the sausage rolls.
Yeah, I want mix, yeah, mix, singing.